Welcome back. The midterm polls may be over, but the issues surrounding the political exercise continue. Despite the Commission on Elections resolution on various poll-related cases, its chairman is now facing a complaint before the National Bureau of Investigation over alleged irregularities. Let's get on point with COMELEC Chairman George Garcia. He joins us also via Zoom. Chairman, magandang gabi po sa inyo at maraming salamat din po sa oras.
Magandang gabi, Ma'am Pinky. Sa mga kababayan natin, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
Before I go to the complaint filed before the NBI, Chairman, I just wanted to get your answer dito po kay Chua Uy. Yung kampo niya ay sinasabi naging unconstitutional ito pong pagtalaga kay Congressman Benny Abante dahil dapat nga daw ang HRET na is the one who's looked into the issue of Chua Uy and Congressman Benny Abante. Sir, please respond to that.
Ma'am Pinky, ang kaso kasi ngayon nasa Korte Suprema na, and therefore kung ano man yung naging action ng COMELEC, it was raised before the Honorable Supreme Court. Nung pinroklama namin ng City Board of Canvassers ng 6th District of Manila, si Congressman Benny Abante, wala po kasi na inisyu ang ating kataas-taasang hukuman na restraining order para pahintuin ang pagpapatupad ng desisyon ng COMELEC and Bank. At dahil po dyan, naging final and executory po kasi ang desisyon ng COMELEC and Bank at wala po kaming choice kundi ipatupad po ito. At yung po talaga, Ma'am Pinky, ang rason kung bakit ang isang hindi pinalad sa COMELEC ay pwede makapunta sa Korte Suprema upang humingi ng pansamantalang remedyo. So doon sa issue ng merits, kung talaga bang tama kami o hindi, then sa kamay na po ito ngayon ng Korte Suprema. Kung kami ba ay may jurisdiction o wala. Nung panahon kami ay nagdesisyon, yan po ngayon ay nasa Korte Suprema na. Basta maliwanag lang po ang nangyari, Ma'am Pinky. Nailabas namin ang desisyon bago mag-12:01 ng June 30 na kung saan mawawala ng jurisdiction ang Commission on Elections.
It was June 18, no, Chairman, when the Second Division made a decision regarding this issue on the that he is not a natural-born citizen, tama po, and he is in fact naturalized and not a natural-born Filipino, ito pong si Chua Uy. So June 18 was the decision of the Second Division, and then in-elevate po ito, of course, sa NBank. So the decision of the NBank came, as you were saying, June 30 before 12 noon, sir.
Yes, Ma'am Pinky, that's the actual facts that transpired, and therefore, as far as the COMELEC is concerned, at the time na na-release namin yung aming decision, the COMELEC has and still has jurisdiction to decide on that particular case.
Sir, yung pong sinasabi niya na unconstitutional ito, tapos na po kayo dito because this will have to be decided on by the Supreme Court. Quick question on that. When the COMELEC and Bank decided with finality last June 30 before 12 noon, was he supposed to be given, the other party, Chua Uy's party, 5 days to raise any concerns or petitions regarding this? Or tanggal na po yung 5 days na ibinibigay sa kanya to contest this?
Actually, meron pa rin po siyang 5-day period. Yun ang reason kung bakit na-issue ang entry of judgment and certificate of finality after the 5-day period. But yun nga po, during the 5-day period, the respondent should have gotten a restraining order from the Honorable Supreme Court para lang hindi maipatupad. Ang issue kasi, ma'am, is yung decision ba na ilabas before June 30, 12:01? Kung yung pagpapatupad after June 30, 12:01, may nakuha ba na restraining order? So yan po ngayon, ang Pinky, ang issue before the Honorable Supreme Court. And I think ang issue pa nga ngayon So since nag-assume na halimbawa yung si Congressman Benny Abante na-proclaim at pagkatapos nag-oath, ang tanong nga may jurisdiction ba even the Supreme Court? How about the jurisdiction now of the House of Representatives Electoral Tribunal? Yes, Ma'am Pinky.
Sir, I quite didn't get an answer to my question. My question is, when you decided NBank, when the COMELEC rather, NBank decided with finality last June 30 before 12 noon, ano po, meron ho ba under the law na karapatan si Chua Uy na mabigyan po siya ng 5 days to respond or question this COMELEC decision that was made with finality?
Yes, Ma'am Pinky. Meron siyang 5-day period to get a restraining order from the Supreme Court. Our rules provides
I
na
see.
kapag sa 5-day period na yon walang restraining order, the COMELEC will have to implement its decision.
Okay, got it. Kaya po na-proclaim po si Congressman Benny Abante, maybe July 8 ho ata, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Ma'am Pinky. That's why even if it's outside of the June 30 or beyond June 30, the most important thing is no restraining order was issued during the 5-day period after
Got it.
the release of the NBank resolution.
Got it, sir. Parang nabigyan pa siya ng pagkakataon maghintay ng more than 5 days kung sakasakaling magbigay ng TRO or mag-hand down ng TRO ang SC.
Yes, Ma'am Pinky, that's the exact facts.
All right. Other topics, sir. There's a complaint filed against you before the excuse me, NBI over alleged irregularities dito po sa midterm poll. Sir, how would you respond to this?
Mukhang hindi lang po sa akin, mukhang sa mga kasamahan din natin sa commission, yung mga commissioners on 3 reasons. Pero una muna gusto natin sabihin, kami po ay haharap sa kahit na anong investigasyon na ipatatawag patungkol sa nangyaring halalan. May pinagmamalaki po ng komisyon na itong nangyaring halalan ay maayos, malinis at kapanipaniwala at with high integrity and very peaceful. Ito naman po, Ma'am Pinky, ay sinuportahan mismo hindi lamang ng national, ng mga local observers, local citizens arms and groups, kung hindi kahit yung mga international organizations katulad ng EU, katulad din po ng ANFREL at mga iba pang embahada ng iba't ibang bansa dito sa ating dito sa Pilipinas. So natural lang po na may mga ganitong klase na mga alingas-ngas o yung mga hindi kontento sa nangyari. Ayan po, Ma'am Pinky, ay lagi nating tanggap sapagkat yan po nagpapakita lang na healthy ang ating demokrasya. 3 po yung na-point out nilang reasons na, Ma'am Pinky, sa inyo pong programa ilang beses ko rin pong naulit yung mismo mga kasagutan at ito po naman ay mismong sinuportahan din ng kahit na mga citizens arm natin na tamang mga eksplanasyon. At kahit po nung unang lumabas yung mga issue na yan po ay kaagad naming naipaliwanag. Kung mamarapatin niyo, Ma'am Pinky, mabilis. Number 1, sabi nila, nag-scrap kami ng 5.1 million na boto. Ma'am Pinky, hindi naman po kami ang COMELEC ang nag-scrap ng boto o nagtanggal ng boto ng 5.1. Yung po mga ilang entities. As far as the COMELEC is concerned, ang boto nanggaling mula sa presinto, directly sent to our servers na nakikita ng tao. And then COMELEC po, Ma'am Pinky, hindi kami nagtatali o hindi kami po naglalagay ng ranking. Bawal po kami maglagay ng ranking. Bawal din po kami magsuma total ng boto. So yung sinasabi nilang nabawasan ng boto ang mga kandidato and at the same time nagbago ang ranking, ma'am, hindi po kami yon. Yung ibang entities po ang gumawa po noon na nakakatanggap ng transmission din ng result. So that's the first issue. The second issue, sabi nila meron daw dinadaanan yung result.
Man in the middle, sir, ang tawag nila, man in the middle intermediary na server.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am Pinky, kasi daw po meron kaming tinatawag na parang DC3. Ma'am Pinky, yung DC3 po, yung data center 3. Naandun po yung lahat ng servers ng PPCRB, NAMFREL, majority party, minority party at media. Naandun po lahat, pati nga po isang pagkakataon, naandun yung mga executive ng iba't ibang television at saka radio, kahit yung inyong stasyon, naandun din po, upang doon po kasi pinapadala yung results coming from the precinct. Hindi po yun man in the middle. Transparency server po, it's a facility. DC3 is a facility at ito po, Ma'am Pinky, ay nakita ng lahat ng mga membro ng media, citizens arm at iba pang interest groups. Nagpunta po sila lahat doon. In fact, na-picturean pa nila ko, nakuha na ako ng video na tinuturo ko po yung mga servers. Pangatlo, na issue po yung sinasabi nilang 3.4, 3.5. Ma'am Pinky, kahit ang PPCRB nag-certify, nagsabi sila, present sila nung tinatrusted build, ang 3.5. Present sila nung dinedeposit sa Bangko Sentral, ang 3.5 version. Yung po mga nagsasabi kasi sa amin, Ma'am Pinky, na hindi 3.5 ang ginamit, wala po sila kasi doon, unfortunately, sa kahit na anong pagkakataon. Wala rin po sila sa kahit na trusted build, deposit, testing, etc. kahit po sa source code review. Pero yung lahat po ng umattend, kahit yung mga majority party, minority parties, bakit po hindi sila nagrereklamo? Because they were present. They were there.
All right. Sir, maybe just as a last topic because we're running out of time, maybe could you give us at least an update dito po sa upcoming elections?
For the barangay and SK elections, ma'am, until today, wala po tayong batas na nagsasabing reset ang eleksyon. So napakahirap sa kalagayan, Ma'am Pinky, ng COMELEC. So at this point, we still have to prepare. Bahira po, baka maya-maya biglang matuloy yung election, wala kami paghahanda. So naghahanda rin po kami, kaya nga po itutuloy namin ang registration of voters ngayong August 1 to 10 to ensure lang na may mga botante tayong makakaboto na mga hindi pa registered ngayon. Lalong-lalo na yung mga SK, yung 15 to 17, hindi pa sila registered. Kung matuloy yung election sa December 1, tapos wala tayong registration, kawawa naman po at masisisi ang COMELEC. So we are actually nasa point kami na we have to prepare for everything. And as far as we are concerned, kung hindi po yung matuloy, no problem with us. Pero kung matuloy, at least handa rin po ang COMELEC. Bangsamoro Parliament.
Sir, let me cut
Yes,
you there.
Ma'am Pinky.
Bago po tayo sa Bangsamoro, ang election for the BSK is supposed to be is on December 1. Would that be correct, sir?
That's
Okay.
correct, Ma'am Pinky.
And yung pong, go ahead, sir. Tapos dito po tayo sa Bangsamoro.
And of course, sabay din po namin pinaghahanda ng Bangsamoro. Tuloy na tuloy po ang Bangsamoro. October 13 po yan, bagamat may mga ilang issues na malalaki katulad ng 7 seats originally allocated sa Sulu. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin po ito nare-redistribute. But as far as the COMELEC is concerned, we will proceed with or without the 7 seats reallocation. We will proceed with 73 because that's our commitment under the law and at the same time under our commitment to the peace process, to the people of the Bangsamoro.
Sigurado na po tayo doon sa Bangsamoro. Ang siguro posible lang baka hindi matuloy ay yung Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. We'll see, sir, no? Pagpasok ng 20th Congress, kung magkakaroon po ng, of course, sa kanila po manggagaling yan, kung sakaling hindi na naman matuloy. Maraming salamat, COMELEC Chairman George Garcia, for your time. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Pinky. Mabuhay po kayo. Salamat po.
That's On Point. Join us again tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. here on BNC, the Billionaire News Channel. I'm Pinky Webb. Thank you for watching.